Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Warp, the completely unnecessary Star Trek podcast where we do unasked for audio commentaries of Star Trek episodes. My name is Sean.
My name is Matt.
I'm Jake.
Leap.
Aaron.
Minwin.
Yes.
I'm May.
Yay!
May's back. We
Everyone's
missed you, May,
here.
last week.
I know.
Full crew.
What were you doing?
None of your
I was
beeswax.
watching a show called
Yeah, mind your own
Crossing.
business.
What were you watching, May? Crossings?
I was checking out this show. It's a comedy show that's hosted in the game Animal Crossing. It was the first one. So I was like, I play both Animal Crossing and do comedy.
Yeah.
I should check this out.
So someone was like putting out a comedy
A Zoom
bit?
or something.
Yeah, it was a Zoom. There was so much kind of like craziness going on, but it was fun. It's called Comedy Crossing. I think they're gonna do it again. So
And it was live.
recommendation. What?
It was live that you were watching.
Yeah, it
That's
was live.
cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
So
All right.
Sounds a
Well,
little
we're
bit
here.
Right? Cool.
We're watching Star Trek The Next Generation. We're at season 1, episode 18, Coming of Age. We're just pouring through the season. We're blasting it.
We're grinding.
And I got 45 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock, and I'm punching the triangle in 3, 2, 1, punch. And there
Coming
she is.
of age.
There she is.
Ooh.
There's
Seems
that
he was
guy.
ready for a
There's another
epic
mullet guy.
Video.
I know.
Spando
Another
back.
mullet guy.
Wesley,
That you guys look.
this seems like they broke up this scene.
Yeah.
Whoa, he's getting older all of a sudden. He looks like a foot taller from the last episode.
Wesley, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does look.
He looks more grown up in the face. Maybe he almost looks like he has like makeup on.
Is that Wesley's boyfriend?
I think so. And I think
really?
he's breaking up with them right now.
I like his collar. That's so 80s. That's so
You mean- you
definitely
mean
what he's
In
wearing.
terms of subtext, yeah, I think that I
Yeah.
can believe it.
Oh my God, who's the Dateline witness? Is that Jacob?
Yeah. I feel like your
I love that.
audio it has been slowed
May was
down.
sounding like that too. It was cool,
Yeah.
but it was like the female version. So I was
This
like,
happened.
I know
This happened
we're
once.
not supposed to know who the witness is, but I can tell gender a little bit.
This happened once before, where Jake
Yeah.
suddenly got
It's my
very deep
favorite.
sounding.
You should
Yeah, I
call
don't-
people and demand ransom. This is a good time. The tech is working for you.
It's a hard to diagnose issue.
Well, now you sound normal.
Well, whatever it was, you cracked it because it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I liked it the other way.
All right, here we go. We got 3 guest stars. So fuck, marry, kill. These guys and Wesley's boyfriend.
Oh God!
Can I just fuck them all? Make it easy.
No, it's called fuck, marry, kill for a reason.
You would believe
Yeah,
we're
it's
always
not
trying
fuck,
to
fuck,
get the
fuck.
easy way out.
If it was,
Yeah,
if it was
it's like,
easy, we
why do
wouldn't
I
play
have
the
to
game.
shoot?
Trying to just sex your way out of that situation.
You guys would play bards in D&D, probably horny bards.
I'll let you know. God, how
Oh,
tall-
who are you to talk about horny bards? Like,
I play a
How
cleric
dare
in
you.
D&D. All right, I'm a support class over here.
Let's see here. We're watching Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 1, Episode 18, Coming
These
of
are
Age.
planets I recognize.
Original air date, March 12th, 1988. Picard finds himself facing a strenuous test of his loyalty to Starfleet, one which the other members of the crew are struggling to cope with, whilst Wesley faces an equally challenging entrance exam at Starfleet Academy. Aaron, what do you think the IMDb rating of this
Sounds
episode
boring.
Follow your
6.8.
instincts.
That's not that boring.
is? May?
7.
8.3.
All right.
8.3. No. It's gonna be like a 6.4, 6.5, somewhere in there.
6.3.
Philippe?
Warp 10. A perfect score.
Oh.
7.2.
Damn, why is it higher than the Who Done It? I don't get it. It
Yeah.
sounds boring. It's like he's prepping
Well,
for a
this
test.
episode is
Who
actually the first sort of multi-episode story
Okay.
from Star Trek, because this
It's
like a
they
little
sort
arc.
of,
start a
yeah.
story here that actually concludes later on in the season.
Wow.
Oh, great.
Experimental.
This is a weird episode because there are two storylines that have nothing to do with each other happening in this one episode. Wesley's taking the test to see if he can get into Starfleet Academy. Picard's dealing with these admirals who
Admiral Grump.
You mean my husband right there?
Mm-hmm.
That guy?
The guy you didn't marry, that guy that's sitting next to the guy you killed?
This is the
because
first
Starfleet's got some weird like suspicion that there are like spies or traitors within Starfleet. So these guys have come on the Enterprise to fucking interrogate Picard and his crew to make sure that they're like actually loyal to Starfleet. and
So it's
aren't
like
secretly
Starfleet
bad.
Internal Affairs?
It is.
Yep.
Yeah.
That guy there behind Picard is from Starfleet Internal Affairs specifically.
Way to
Yeah.
nail it.
You can
man.
tell.
Yeah.
This is the first episode I ever remember like watching when it originally aired.
Whoa.
This is like the earliest The Next Generation Star Trek memory I have.
Wow.
Cool.
Why
so it
was
left-
it so? Yeah.
It left a big impression on me because like it was kind of it broke the formula and it really addressed like the story of what has been going on in like this season. And also like seeing Wesley kind of like be excellent in the way that he can was a very like seeing yourself within the fantasy of Star Trek as like a young boy.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
So it had that.
Well, I wish you'd said this before I put in my rating, Jacob.
This
Dang.
episode is better
That would've
than it
skewed you.
sounds.
There's a pretty girl.
There is a pretty girl.
And it's
So
like,
is this a big
is-
Wesley episode?
It is a
It's
very
Like the
West heavy
female
episode.
Wesley.
It's half Wesley, half Picard on the and the rest of the gang on the show.
yeah.
But he doesn't
Perfect.
So
say.
Jake, are you saying that you identified with Wesley in this episode, or you
Yeah.
identified with his character?
I
All right, now we got
I think a
another
lot of
three.
Guy.
Oh.
I think a lot of teenage boys identified
back
with
there on the
Wesley.
harmonica.
What? What is on his mouth?
Here we go. Fuck, Mary,
He's
kill.
got braces,
Yeah.
all right?
Oh,
Mordok,
man, this is tough.
And there's the first Vulcan in Next Generation
I like her
to
ears.
appear in
and
Next
her hair.
Generation.
I think I gotta try it out with this guy. I gotta see what he can do with that mouthpiece.
Yeah. You're gonna get some freezer burn on your
Yeah.
guys.
No. That's Min's weed. Min's got one of those.
Oh my god,
It's a fake.
that is amazing.
Yeah.
That guy, he's in more episodes too. He comes back later.
He's great.
Really?
Yeah, you can tell.
This is good.
Marry the human female. You fuck the Vulcan, and then you kill the alien.
Are you serious? No, you fuck the girl, you marry the Vulcan,
yeah.
and you kill the alien.
That's what he just said.
No,
Back
he did
when-
the other way
The other way
around.
around.
He married
He
the
I
fucked-
would.
He married
I would marry the
girl.
human.
you guys.
Oh, you
married the
married the
Vulcan.
human girl.
You guys
Yeah.
are fuck that alien.
Sean's right. Yeah, Sean's right.
You marry the Vulcan. Vulcans
Yeah.
are very loyal
Yeah, Min's.
Oh.
Yeah, they-
and
Yeah.
rational. And how often do you get a rational woman?
I side with
Oh,
Hayes.
Zing.
Nice.
I side with Aaron, and we should be able to just fuck, kill, marry one of them. And for me, it's the alien's mouthpiece.
Correct.
What
I
do you
was
wanna
kind
do
of
today?
into the dude who's conducting the test. Like he was
Oh,
not
the
an option, but
Yeah.
No, totally.
he seemed nice.
Yeah. This guy does seem
Follow
like
your
an
bliss, Matt.
All I want is somebody nice. God damn it!
like this, I'm not like this guy.
not
This
like
guy's
guy.
not nice.
You can
This guy
tell.
like that. I'm a jerk. Like
Mhm.
There's
party enforcement agent.
what is he
What?
even doing with his hand?
He's playing around. That's his iPad. He's like doing.
Have you ever done iPad like that?
Well,
This is
it's
You
future
use your
iPad.
whole
It's future
hand on an iPad?
It's future
I want to
iPad.
know
Yeah.
your tricks.
I've had some apps like that.
Jesus, I'm doing things wrong, but I've realized this now. I have a
That guy.
tendency to injure myself.
That guy who's playing the investigator, after his brief career as an actor, became a playwright, and wrote a play called The Kentucky Cycle and won the Pulitzer Prize for drama. So that guy
Who
is like,
did? The alien?
that guy is no, the
No.
guy who's conducting the investigation.
the
Yeah,
guy
with the
that's
iPad.
working the iPad?
Yep.
Yes, that guy became a
That's
Pulitzer
Robert
Prize
Schenken.
playwright. His name's Robert
That's-
Schenken. Yep.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
So he had a pretty good career after
Yeah.
this episode.
Hmm.
The guy who plays the alien with the smoke harmonica
Yeah.
is Gene Stapleton's son.
What? Designing women?
Oh, is that who Gene Stapleton is?
He designed women. That guy, who knows? Who could tell that guy had some depth?
Yeah.
After this episode, we just called him this Gene Stapleton's son's dad.
I feel like that factoid brought the whole gang to a complete stop. Like
no, no.
we just didn't know what to do with that
No.
information.
Should I feel bad? I
We
don't know who
came
that
to
is.
we
Just
came
throwing
to a
out
screaming
information.
halt trying to figure out what to
Yeah.
say about that.
Gears were turning. Oh my god.
Who's
Gene
Gene Stapleton?
Staple.
What's she in?
Actress.
Oh, it's a
She's
woman?
the blonde on Designing Women, right?
No, that's Gene Smart.
Okay.
Let's all keep guessing, but just the wrong answers. I think-
Gene Stapleton is mostly famous for playing the wife on a very famous, iconic sitcom
What decade?
in the late '60s to the '70s.
Oh, was she a Newman wife? Was she a Bob Newman wife?
Nope, that's a good
Mm.
guess, but no. She played a ditzy wife on a
Ditzy.
very, very famous, influential sitcom.
Oh shit!
I Love Lucy.
Nope.
Ah,
Think about our current situation in terms of the
Oh, I know this one. To the moon, Alice. No, not that.
no.
That's not from the 60s.
Edie,
Think about
right?
what?
Edie, right? Oh man, they did the live version recently.
Yes, you're there. You're
I
almost
Dream of
The
there.
Archie
Jeannie?
Bunker.
Yeah,
All the
Archie
family.
Bunker's wife.
She was Edith Bunker on All in the Family.
All
Oh,
in the
yeah.
family.
That wasn't the 60s, though. You threw me off, Matt.
Yeah, you're right. 70,
That's
71.
71.
You
the
fucked
80s.
it up because
Sorry.
that
All
wasn't
right,
even
Jesus.
thinking.
This is what it's like. This is what it's like to be a question writer on a game show. Like,
Yeah.
if you get one
important.
detail wrong, jump on you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, we're about to get a Riker maneuver here.
Oh, big time.
So everyone get a drink. Everyone get a drink.
It's just the thing that cheered me up.
Is it the leg over the chair?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do it. I want to see it.
I know who that woman is now. I'm still disappointed in that trivia.
It is.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Oh.
Drink.
Nice.
Drink.
What a rebel.
Drink, everybody.
Dude, his crotch had a lot of clearance too.
Yeah.
It wasn't like,
I know. I wouldn't brag about it.
Nobody in the history of the world has ever sat
Is
on a
he
chair.
like a head taller than Picard? Because they were standing in a scene, and I don't know if he was just up on a step, but he looked like
similar.
He is taller.
he
He's
looked
much-
like a head taller than Picard, like quite a bit taller.
Probably
Riker?
not.
Like, did?
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
about right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
I
that
just don't
Jonathan,
always see them standing next to each other like that. It was weird.
I think Jonathan Frakes is very tall, and I don't know that Patrick Stewart necessarily is super tall.
This investigator has weird, like Kevin Spacey lips or something. They're very like thin and
I mean, we only
non-pronounced.
think his lips are weird now, but in retrospect, they seem weird.
I love it.
Sean was a big
surprise
fan.
winning lips, my friend.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. That hairline is going warp speed too. Back of his head.
A lot like Kevin Spacey's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh. Well, and like his career.
He's like, maybe I have a face for playwriting.
Wow. That's we're being mean tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here.
Face.
Just the lips.
We're in a weird place right now. We're like,
It's a lot of
That guy's
tension
got
in the air.
that guy has a face made for writing. You're
Ride the wave,
Yeah,
man.
I'm sorry. I am sorry. I don't know.
Speaking of negativity, Matt, did you hear about like the little Twitter squabble that Marina Sirtis got in regarding Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Not Lynn. Don't go after Lynn.
no. How did I not hear about this? I follow Lynn, and I think I follow her too. Actually,
Where they do the,
what happened?
microwave music.
Hey, you were reading about it, right?
Yeah. Basically, Lynn was just doing his thing, and then she decided to like jump out at him, and be like, be more specific and more supportive of the cause. And people were like, "What?" Yeah. Her basic
Really?
Yeah, she inevitably deleted everything. It was just like said she was in a bad mood, and that's what made her tweet. But
Yeah.
I guess she had
Well, it's
feelings
just-
that she decided to direct them at Lin-Manuel Miranda, and then the internet collectively said, "Oh hell no, white lady."
Yeah.
It's a stressful time right now, you know? I mean, we just lashed out at this poor Pulitzer Prize winning playwright.
Yeah.
I feel good about it, you guys.
Yeah. It really felt good to knock him down a peg.
It-
I really like Marina Sirtis on Twitter. Like she's cool. So I'm sure it was just some kind of. It must have just been some kind of.
Well, and like I know if you read her, she's been basically alone for like this whole time because she just lives alone with her dogs because her husband died recently.
Yeah, her
so-
husband died like right before the fucking lockdown happened.
Oh no.
Her husband died, so she's
I don't know who
grieving.
she is. She's
She's
an actress
grieving
on
her
the stage.
husband.
By herself.
Is she a stage actress? I don't know her name.
Marina Sirtis
She-
is
The
Counselor
woman who
Troy.
plays Troy
Deanna
on
Shaw.
the show we're
Fake
watching
soy.
right now.
Keep going, guys. She's almost there. She's almost there.
I did not know her name. And I-
Oh, that's great.
Aaron, you're on a podcast called War.
Yeah, let's just
And
give her a refresher.
Premise. I'm just giving you a quick
Tell her that
refresher.
She's gonna run away. The hypnosis
I'm
is
still
wearing off.
learning their character names. You think I'm gonna learn their real life names? Dream on.
You're doing good, Aaron. You're
We're
doing great.
watching a show called Star Trek: The Next
Mhm.
Generation.
Thank you.
She's having her dinners delivered to her. She's doing her best.
Thanks, man.
I love you.
I think he was talking about.
Oh, now he's nice. You know, guy's been an asshole for the last 3 hours, but now you're happy with.
Yeah.
He's turning.
We're all doing the best we can.
Everyone's, including Marina Sirtis.
Yeah, including
an
Marina
actress,
Okay, good to know her
famous
name.
for
I guess
playing
I'll
Counselor
learn her
Troy.
Yes.
name.
Yes. Good job. guys.
Chiming in.
Okay, I'm gonna say a name, Aaron, and I want you to, if you can, name the character that
Oh,
person
geez.
plays on
Ooh,
Star Trek: The Next Generation.
you got this.
I don't have this.
You got it.
Ready?
Go on. Yeah.
Brent Spiner.
Easy.
He's one of the main characters. I'm not
Oh, is
throwing
he-
out
Is
obscure
he
names.
Data?
He's
Nice.
He is Data. He is Data.
Ding, ding, ding. Put in a ding ding sound, Jacob.
The hesitation though, it's awesome. Like
I was like, I
You
think
ready?
I heard
You
it
ready
once
for the
before.
next one?
Okay. Sure.
I'll throw you an easy one. Marina Sirtis. We were literally just talking
Yeah.
about her.
That
Yeah.
doesn't help.
Never heard her name before tonight, and her name is Troy.
He played
Yes.
his counselor. That's great. Michael Dorn.
Ooh, this is a tough one.
Does he play? I almost said the Warlock.
Warlock.
what?
Warlock.
You can't say that now.
The Richie guy. That's the Richie guy.
He does play the Richie guy.
That's correct.
Yes.
That's right. He's
You-
Mr. War.
Damn,
Yeah.
Aaron's killing it.
Worf.
He's a criminal.
Good job.
Gates McFadden.
Well, I have heard that since last time. Just last time. That's Dr. Crusher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crushing it. Yeah.
I know you know who Will. I know you know who Will Wheaton is, and I know
Yeah.
you know who Patrick Stewart is.
Yeah.
So you've pretty much gotten, and I know you know who LeVar
was
You know who
Patrick
LeVar
Stewart
is.
and Reading Rainbow. Those are the two I knew. I just forgot his name right now.
Yeah.
I'm not great with names.
LeVar.
Yeah.
Really good.
I have to
No,
let
I
it
think you
trickle
did,
down.
I think you did as good a job as
Mm-hmm.
anybody could have asked.
Well done, Aaron.
Woo!
You cleared that round like a boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what would be totally awesome is by next week, totally forget all of that and we can do this all.
I
Yeah.
probably will. Because it's
Do you
not that
think-
important.
Aaron, do you think you could do it for the old show, like the original Star Trek?
Like what their names are.
Like who did Walter Koenig play?
Mm-mm.
You've got to know most of
Got
them.
it,
You know
got it.
You know Shatner.
Yeah,
you know Nimoy.
Shatner.
Oh my god, May is cracking up right now.
You know Nimoy.
You know Nichelle
know-
Nichols.
You know
Yeah.
who Nichelle Nichols
I didn't know her
is.
name was Nichelle though until like we were done. I was like, what? When you say Ni, I hear meh.
You know who George Takei is.
Yes.
So do
There's
you-
only a couple of
uh,
characters left.
there's only a couple more left. James Doohan. Do you remember who James Doohan played?
Mm-mm.
He was Mr. Scott.
He was Irishy. I mean, Scotty.
Yeah. I know their names on the show. I don't.
Well, you did really great.
I think it's clear I don't spend
next
any
gen.
extra time on the content of this.
Yeah.
I think
She had
it's
to
always
wipe-
Nor
been clear.
should you.
Yeah, I think
Right?
it's always been clear that you pay attention while we're watching it.
Sorta.
Sort of. Yeah, that's right. And that's the most we can ever
Mhm.
ask.
Yes.
Like
Keeping expectations low.
Manageable.
I would never ask you to watch an episode outside of this process.
Yes.
Well, you may ask, but
Yes. I tried it a little bit. I used to watch like the first 5 minutes just to be like, yeah, but I stopped doing that.
It's better in the group.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
Gotta
a
keep
raw
it
experience.
fresh. Keep
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Keep it.
You-
zing.
Otherwise,
only
it just feels like
the only
homework.
thing-
Or
The only thing you miss out on, really, Aaron, is what they all sound like, because
Yeah.
you have to imagine their voices because you don't
Yeah,
really know
because when I
what-
started doing this, I didn't know that we wouldn't be hearing them. I didn't really think it through.
Yeah.
That guy's
So
tall
maybe,
too.
maybe someday just watch an episode just to get a sense of what Counselor Troy sounds like. She has a very distinctive accent, which is kind of
Oh.
fun. Like, I'm not
I
saying
forgot her
you
name
will,
again in
but
real life. I wouldn't be able to tell you Marina something. I wouldn't be able to spell her name.
couldn't
Yeah,
possibly
it's gone.
matter less.
It's gone.
I mean, who could possibly? Why would anybody even ask you? It's rude even to ask.
Nice.
oh, look,
inappropriate.
Wesley just worked through a bully moment. That was
So, can anyone explain why the smoky harmonica?
somebody could explain it.
it's probably like to keep him refreshed and it's weed.
It's like because
I mean, that's the
Yeah,
it's required for him to
it's
live in.
vital life weed. Maybe it's like his oxygen or his air or his water.
Yeah, I think he's from a planet that doesn't breathe the same atmosphere
Oh,
as
cool.
humans.
So that's his vapors.
Yeah.
That's his
I like his
vapors.
His
Lap
vapor.
mustache.
I think it might be atomized yeast.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I won't tell you from where.
Mhm.
I love how his mask is like so clearly not, like covering his the mouth and
bottom
chin.
part.
Yeah, it's like super happy.
Yeah, they gave up about halfway down on the map.
Like, just paint his face
Good
gray
enough.
from back there.
We've reached the upper lip, and that's as much as
That's
we can do
what they
this
could
week.
afford.
Yep, and they like formed this weird mustache thing to kind of like, I guess, throw you off of thinking that it's half a mask.
I think he's supposed to look
Like a
walrusy.
catfish?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he almost like a carapace or something.
They're like, what kind of face would require a smoky harmonica?
We need to bring Phil in. He designed the spaceships for the movie.
Mhm.
Would you guys like to guess, since you're talking shit about the look of the show, how many Emmy nominations and wins this show got for its very first season, the season we're watching right now?
For visual effects or something.
Or just total.
In total.
5
just for
nominations,
this
3
first
wins.
season.
5 nominations, 3 wins.
10 nominations.
Go ahead. 10 nominations.
5 wins.
Who else?
You said they spent a lot of money on it, so I'm guessing it got a lot of nominations.
I want to say 8 nominations, 3 wins.
That's
some reason
closest. It was
Yeah.
Sorry. It was
Go
7
ahead.
nominations. Sorry, I thought you guessed already. Did I prevent you from guessing?
I was still ruminating, but it's fine. I was going to
It's
suggest
fine.
that maybe there's a bias against sci-fi for Emmys that could throw the number off, but then I remembered how much they spend on this, and I think that gets rewarded. So any bias against sci-fi would be upended by the amount of people who have dogs in the fight because it's so expensive.
Yeah, I
gotta
think
have a-
everything you just said is absolutely right. Science fiction shows rarely get
Yeah,
nominated
that's what I'm saying.
for
Yeah. So I thought
the
it
sort
could
of big top of the list categories, best show, acting, those kind of things. Where sci-fi shows tend to clean up is in the technical categories.
Yeah.
Sure.
Makeup, costumes, cinematography, special effects, because that's where a
They have to
sci-fi
create all
show
these new worlds.
can
Yeah.
shine, right? So they got 7 nominations for their first season.
Ooh.
They won for makeup. They won for costume design.
Yep.
They won for sound editing. I think those were the 3. They won for those 3, and they were nominated for a few more in technical categories, but didn't win.
They almost lost to the ripped jeans on 21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
But
In season 7,
Since they had created a whole world and costumed it all, they felt like they had to give them the nod.
yeah.
in season 7, which we'll get to one of these days, the show actually got nominated for best drama, which was a big deal at the time because a show like Star Trek had never gotten a nomination for that.
Yeah.
They didn't win, but it was one of those like the nomination is enough.
thing.
Yeah. Like
It's
just
enough
getting
of a win.
Acknowledgement.
Yeah.
It's
Well, and
just
you
'cause,
think
like,
now, Game of Thrones took the Emmy last year, 2 years ago. So it's like
multiple times.
the culmination. And just like actual win for best drama.
Yeah, it's a sign of how much like mainstreamed sci-fi and fantasy has become in since this was on.
But you guys
Like,
were
yeah.
in it into it before
Everybody-
it was cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
know it.
Know it.
That is why we
Say
are
it.
kings of our world.
I'm just a horny bard.
I mean, there's a reason we host Star Trek podcast, and it's not because we were cool in 1988.
But we're cool now.
Yeah, we're cooler.
Embrace it. Are these guys playing a game or something?
This is like their
trying to
final or something.
Tesseract?
Like,
Yeah.
dynamic relationships test. Oh.
Does anybody actually want to know what's going on in this episode? I can
Yes.
tell you.
Yes.
Not very interesting. They're all trying out for Starfleet. This is their big exam to see if they are going to get into the academy. And that's all you really need to know. Wesley has befriended the vape guy,
I
who
love that
everyone
guy.
who
He's
everyone else kind
Yeah.
of does like for they're weirdly racist against him or something. I forget why they don't like him, but they don't. And Wesley has become friends with him, and that's what's going on in this plot. And then
You
in
know
the
what's
other,
weird about that guy is even when he's on his home planet, he wears that.
he just wears it all the time.
He doesn't need to,
Yeah.
but it's kind of
It's not. It's not a.
it's like wearing a gas mask.
Yeah, he's kind of like
It's not a
Dwayne Wayne with those
planet-wide
flip-up
thing.
glasses.
Yeah,
He's like, this is
He's
my
the
look.
only one of his kind that wears it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to. He just thinks it looks cool.
He
Yeah.
creeps out his own people too.
They don't like,
That can
they don't like him
happen,
either.
in the back.
That's why they
Mordok
send him to
is a
Starfleet. They're like, get out of here.
Beatrice, come get your boy and his apparatus. Mordok.
Yeah,
Are
those
you
things
wearing
are-
that thing again? Take that thing off, Mordok.
And furthermore, why did you name him Mordok? That's a strange name for this planet. Why not name him Steve or Bill?
That is like a Mordok symbol of hate that he's wearing, but people don't realize.
Yeah.
It's from like the Mordok Hitler.
Well, I don't know if you guys are interested or not, but would you enjoy some corrections corner?
Sure.
Yes. Oh my god.
Hey, do you
Correct.
mind if I do a little corrections corner before? I have a little one.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Jacob, play the
Play
jingle,
that
please.
jingle.
Correction corner.
Jingle that jingle.
Sean, why don't you go ahead and do yours?
So I don't remember what episode. It was a recent one. Matt, you referenced the fact that Philippe in an earlier episode had referred to Patrick Stewart's head as you said in the recent episode, a phlebotomist dream.
Oh yeah, didn't we correct
And,
this already?
This is
No.
one of the corrections that I sent you earlier, Matt.
You meant
okay, right, right.
paleontologist.
Yeah.
And we all
right.
sort of went with
I
it.
meant
Nobody said
sexologist.
anything. And I'm not sure he might be a phlebotomist dream. I'm not sure.
That's
His
not the
veins may be
word.
very large, but
Yeah.
phrenologist is what he said.
Phrenologist,
He's a
right?
phrenologist.
What's a phlebotomist?
Phlebotomists are the people who take blood
Yeah.
for
Uh-huh.
medical.
I meant
I,
proctologist.
I corrected it in my head at the time, and then I moved on.
Yeah. That's what she does to keep our marriage solid.
Yeah, secret, marriage secret.
Yeah.
Yay.
Don't.
Jake, where are the rest of those corrections you sent me? Did you text me?
I
Oh,
think
no,
I
you
emailed
emailed.
you. Yeah.
Hold on. Because I was waiting to do those until those episodes came up,
Yeah.
but Sean just jumped the gun a little
Jesus.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm planning on the wham.
bit. You know,
Go
we
ahead,
do
Matt.
this.
Yeah.
months
We
from
do
now.
Take
these
it
things
over.
in a certain order, Sean, which you
I,
of all
well, I
people-
wasn't. I just hit. Oh, God,
was
next
excited.
time I'll just
He got excited.
Just
He got
shut
excited.
up and
He
dribble,
had something
right?
to
That's
get
my
on.
job around here.
Yeah.
Not allowed to
I
have opinions.
acknowledge your contribution, Sean.
Yeah.
I recognize.
Just smell
Smell
nice and fun.
I remember
Here's
that
a
I-
game that Trump's
Why?
really good at.
I remember that I tried to do a correction earlier and like it did not go well because I did it just for some random episode and I learned my lesson. This is why we
You
have-
guys are making me sound like the dictator of corrections
No.
corner, which I'm
No.
actually fine with. Like,
Yeah.
that's a-
Yeah.
You should respect that authority.
Hit it,
Dominate
Matt.
us.
these are corrections for episode 95, the Pirates of, well, it wasn't Orion. It was like Orion
Orion.
slash Bem, 2 episodes of the animated series. Most of you will not recall this because it was just me, Sean, and Jake on this
I really
on this
don't.
episode.
Pure.
I think you guys were out of town and you let us use the studio while you were out of town.
The weekday warp.
The Pirates of Orion was written by Howard Weinstein, and I said in the episode, I think he wrote a bunch of Star Trek novels after he wrote that episode, and I was right. This is not a correction corner. This is an affirmation.
This does feel like a dictatorship.
Affirmation corner.
How come there's less
You have
corrections
to-
and more validations
Yeah.
going
You
on
have
in
to
correction
celebrate your
corners?
success.
Hey, you know,
Mother warped. Corrections correct you.
Wow, there's a timely reference.
so he went on to write 5 Star Trek novels and 3 Star Trek: The Next Generation novels.
Oh.
Howard Weinstein.
How
Howard, right?
We were talking about the production of West Side Story that was going to be on Broadway that we ended up getting sort of postponed because of everything that's been going on.
Mhm.
And we talked about the director of that sort of controversial production of West Side Story, a guy named Ivo van Hove. And I said that I thought he was Dutch or Swedish or something. He's Belgian. So I was wrong about that. That was we were talking about it because they cut I Feel Pretty. And that was what we were all sort of like, how do you cut I Feel
Yeah.
Pretty from West Side Story?
Yeah.
And the ballet,
talked-
right?
Yeah, and the ballet too.
Maybe
We talked about
Harvey wasn't feeling pretty that day.
Yeah.
he's got a weird directorial style that I don't like.
Yeah.
We talked
Doesn't
about
like-
super villains, how purple and green is sort of a classic supervillain color combination. A lot of supervillains are purple and
Yeah.
green. We talked about the Joker and the Riddler, and I said there's more of those, but I can't think of them. So I Googled purple and green supervillains. There are a lot of them. The Green Goblin is purple
I was
and
gonna
green.
say there's one that flies around. Or
Yeah.
fast.
Mysterio is purple and green. Kang the Conqueror is purple
Is
and
it because
green.
they're not primary colors?
I think it's
I don't know what it is. I think it's just it somehow conveys villainy somehow. Like
well,
those two things.
I mean, I think we're looking at gotta look at the most obvious solution. They already had used all the other colors
That's what
for
I'm
the
saying.
heroes. So
Red and blue.
and those are heroic colors. So like if you want them to stand out, you really have only a few
Yeah.
combinations left.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
Yeah.
So then
but
I wondered
think
if
there's a
there were
reason
any,
primary for the like Superman or whatever.
Yeah, it's cheap probably.
and I wondered if there were any like heroes, because if purple and green is sort of associated with villains, I was looking to see if there were any heroes that have purple and green, and there
Hulk.
really aren't a lot. The Hulk is sort of the one that has a
Isn't
lot.
there the Green Hornet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he
but
doesn't
he
have
didn't
much
have
purple.
purple.
I was just thinking of
Is-
green.
Green and black happens quite a bit.
Yeah.
The
You
Hulk.
got Green Lantern. There's green and
Green
black.
Arrow.
Yeah.
And Lantern too.
We were talking about the movies of George Miller. I think because we were talking about Mad Max Fury Road, and somebody said that George Miller was supposed to direct a Justice League movie called Justice League Dark, but it was actually called Justice League Mortal. Was the movie that George Miller
Okay.
was direct.
Interesting.
Guillermo
Sounds
del
like-
Toro
Cool.
was supposed to direct Justice League Dark.
God.
Then they decided to make Man of Steel and go in that direction.
Let Zack Snyder
Become the leader.
take the
of the-
reins.
Run the show.
Bad call.
Jake's been a
Well,
while
that
telling
went
us.
so well.
Yeah. Jake's been a while talking to us about a game called Death Stranding. Jake, did you play Death Stranding?
I have not. No.
Okay. you were sort of describing it to us because I think it had just come out when we
Yeah.
were talking about it. So I was just curious if you actually, got around to playing it.
No, but we talked a lot about you potentially playing his earlier game when you were thinking about a new game to play.
Yeah, because I'm running out of games that on a PlayStation 3 you can even play because they don't make games for PlayStation 3 anymore. So you're buying like old games, right? Which I don't care, but
Yeah.
I sort of have played all the ones that
The ones you want to.
I played all the ones that I think would be fun. So I texted Jake the other day and I was like, would I like this Metal Gear Solid thing? Because they're on PlayStation 3 and they're cheap.
I don't
But
know.
I haven't played them yet. Philippe, what do you think? Do you think I would like those games?
They're sort of slower, kind of sneak around games with very they're very plot heavy. So you'll like sneak around, hide in a box, do some missions, do some objectives, and
And the
it's a
plot
lot of
is
story wrapped around it.
and the plot is somewhat bizarre and inscrutable in some ways.
Yeah.
It always
See,
bugged me.
that all sounds great to me.
You know, I was
is
thinking about it, and the way I kind of related it was like a Japanese David Lynch,
Yeah.
a little bit, in which I was like, for that reason, I kind of want to suggest it to you, but mostly just so I could find out what you think about it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
the plot is very difficult to follow, and it's very there's lots of floral language, inscrutable Japanese translated floral language.
Very convoluted, and they put a lot of importance on terms that you have no reason to think anything about. But
Sounds like me on this podcast.
I'll tell you what I like in video games. I don't like games where you have to push a lot of buttons in the right order because I'm no good at that. So I like slow moving games where you're skulking
Figure
around.
stuff out.
Yeah.
Red
Yeah,
Dead
I
Redemption.
like
definitely rewards-
Deadly Premonition. Did you guys play Deadly
Oh, new.
Premonition?
He's
That
done-
game is literally Twin Peaks.
Wow, look at that outfit.
As a
Do you
video
like
game.
Where in the World's Carmen Sandiego?
Sure. I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah. It's a classic.
The card
Um,
really
I like
great
this.
right
I
now.
like this dress he's
Yeah,
wearing.
nice dress.
Yeah.
It's very tight, though. I don't think his mom would really.
Yeah.
He's looking
How
good.
far down do his hands go?
Very
Yeah.
Make it to dress
I don't
code?
know. It's hiking that body really tight. It doesn't leave anything to a boy's imagination.
do you think Matt would like Saints Row?
Nah.
I played Saints Row.
Maybe.
And
I played those Saints Row games. Those are fun because those are just like cartoons.
fun and
Like they're so
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
Have you ever?
Yeah.
Did you ever play GTA 5?
I have played GTA 5. I like that game a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you haven't played that one is worth.
I've
playing.
played all of the big ones. That's why I'm now looking for like things
Yeah,
I
B-sides.
I have to get off the beaten track a little bit.
Did you play Last of Us?
I have played The Last of Us. I liked that a lot too.
Do you like Marvel stuff?
I like the Lego games. I've played all of those.
Oh, you've already played those? Okay, that was my pitch.
Yeah, I like the Lego games a lot.
Did
because
Avengers
they're
come out
super
on PlayStation 3? Did you get
Yep.
Lego Avengers?
I've played Lego Avengers.
Oh, I love that
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, I
Five
think
Nights at Freddy's? Is that PlayStation 3?
No,
Ready?
is that a
Yeah.
is that a game you've played, Min?
No, I've only seen memes about it or whatever, but it looks like weird and quirky and
It's
different.
like
Yeah.
it's like showbiz,
Like Chuck E.
pizza,
Cheese
Chuck E.
gone weird.
Cheese,
Yeah.
horror show.
they're trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the gameplay is very abstract. It's like you watch some cameras, you shine a
lot of
light.
jump scares.
and
It's a little mist like.
It's
like
not
jump
I don't
scare
even
the
know.
game.
It's like recognizing patterns, and it's hard to explain exactly what it is. Like there's
It's like Saw meets Chuck E. Cheese.
yeah, it is.
Weird.
And you have to
right?
survive different nights there, and things get worse and more intense. And
It sounds like you guys have played it. Did you love it? Did you
was
enjoy
real
it?
big with the 7-year-olds.
A few years ago, that was all anybody was
Memorizing
playing.
the jump scares was the big thing.
Gotcha.
I remember another mom was like concerned
Yeah.
about
Concerned.
our child.
I kind of heard at like that time when it was
encyclopedic knowledge.
Yeah.
Of it.
I heard at the time, like, the Five Nights at Freddy's got like a movie deal and it was going to get
Oh.
made. And I was like, there's no way this thing is going to be relevant when the movie comes out.
Oh
So
my
I wonder
God.
where that movie is right now.
The stuffed
Well, that-
animals were good though. They're kind of
Yeah.
creepy, but not totally creepy, and they're well made. We had a
Mhm.
Christmas that was like all of those.
Yeah, we had a big, we have contributed to that empire.
Oh my God.
The movie sounds like it would be like a version of Chucky or something with just stuffed
Yeah,
animals.
it's like
instead of-
Chucky became one of those animatronics.
And he's cuter.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's a weird concept, but really was popular with like.
So Wesley
Young
doesn't
kids.
get into Starfleet.
Nope.
What?
So he can stay on the ship.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get in because he doesn't pass the test.
But
Is
you
that like
think
he
that was
chooses not to
intentional?
go? No.
No.
He
It's a
doesn't
hard
score the
test.
highest.
He just
He
didn't
didn't score the
that.
highest. They only took like one person.
And they offered Picard to be the commandant at Starfleet Academy, and he turned it down.
Wants to
Aw.
travel.
Yeah.
The adventure spirit.
No, that would be a good sideshow. Like a good what if show.
Oh.
Him, the commandant at Starfleet Academy, and it's all on the kid, focused on the kids.
So when does Whoopi Goldberg join up?
Next season,
She
right?
beams up season 2, right?
That
You know,
thing?
you literally ask that every week.
Not every week.
Remind me.
Remind me. So
It's fine.
Hmm.
maybe you want to write it in the
She
chat so
starts-
next time we'll see it.
She's in the very first episode of the second season. Is when we'll see her for the first time.
We're getting
All right, I'll
close.
check back in with you on this next week. Every time we tune out, I see her face and I'm like, when's she gonna show up?
This next episode talks about the planet Minos. Isn't that a famous planet? Maybe not.
It is
Star
now.
Trek
No,
or
I meant in Star Trek. No,
sure.
maybe,
Yes,
maybe I'm thinking else.
I'm gonna
Well-
start answering the official question.
I mean, go ahead. I mean,
Yeah.
why not?
Not going to be any different.
Well,
It's
that
pretty
was
important.
You got more corrections,
Yeah.
Matt?
The best film of 2019. When we recorded the episode, it was November, and we were talking about the best movies of the year. And I said John Wick 3, but then I also said I hadn't seen everything yet. So my correction is that as much as John Wick 3 is great, the best movie of 2019 was Parasite. So that's
Hell yeah.
correct. That's it for Corrections Corner for this week.
Yay.
Wow.
Reached the end of the episode.
All too soon.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. We stopped correcting.
Well, anybody
ourselves.
got any recommendations?
New
Uh,
season of Queer Eye on Netflix. It'll make you cry. It'll make you love life again.
that
It's
sounds good.
awesome.
I recommend season 2, episode 1, when Whoopi Goldberg starts singing. Jump ahead, everybody.
Yeah.
Jump ahead.
We don't have much longer to go, right? Just a half dozen more episodes.
Oh my god. How many 80 seasons are like 30 episodes long? Already at 19.
Don't look too far ahead, Aaron. Come on. Just refocus,
keep the
girl.
Breathe into
Just
the
keep-
paper bag.
Just keep the blinders on
It's just
and
one
look in
episode
front
at a
of you.
time. Don't think about the future.
episode
Think
at a
about the
time.
now.
By
Wow.
step.
Stay in the now, Aaron. Think of just enjoy the
Live
now.
Well,
Live
they,
in the
they
now.
do me a disservice when they keep showing Whoopi Goldberg every time I sign up. Fitting me too.
You're going to be really disappointed with the amount of time that Whoopi Goldberg is actually on screen when she's on the
Sucks.
show. It's really not that much.
It's better if you keep your mind on the fact that in 3 short series you'll see Scott Bakula.
That sounds.
No.
I
Let
know you
that be
wanted
your
to
North
that
Star.
sound good, but that did not.
Mm-mm.
It's a long way to wait for Scott Bakula.
Oh, not a
It's
fan.
only-
Okay.
Oh,
Did I tell
yeah.
you? I met Scott Bakula.
What?
I used to volunteer at animal shelter, and he came in with his wife, and they adopted a mutt.
That's cool.
Yeah, I helped them like try out the dog and stuff in the like walking area.
Try
You know.
out the dog.
Oh, you gotta make sure the
Try out the
personality.
dog. They get to like walk it in this like area that's just like a
You test drive it.
yeah.
It's arguably the most important thing that's ever been said on this show, and it was just thrown out there as an afterthought. It's amazing.
He was nice, and I respected him for going and rescuing a dog.
Mm.
And I remember his wife was very beautiful. She was a redhead. I don't know if they're still together, but it seemed good.
Seems solid.
Yeah.
They were getting a dog together,
Yeah.
so
When was
Man.
that?
Ooh, 2002, 2003? 2003.
That's gonna.
I remember I got bit by a dog after that, and it was the day that the space shuttle blew up. And I remember waiting in the waiting room for my sister to pick me up to take me to the ER and seeing that explosion. But so it was sometime a little bit before that. That's when I was
It
born.
would have been right around when he was on Star Trek.
yeah.
See? You guys need me.
Comes
You're
from-
your actual one connection to all the actors.
He has humanity. I got a good vibe off of him.
Mhm.
Well,
What
that's
year
good to
did
know.
you say? What year did you say that was?
2003.
Okay, so that would have been his second wife. His first wife he married in 1981 and divorced in 1995, and then he remarried in 1999, and he's been married to his second wife ever since.
Yeah,
Okay.
it worked
They
out.
seem legit. Yeah. I can't remember if they had kids with them or not, but I definitely remembered him. But I knew him from the other show.
Quantum Leap.
Had a
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, and they took they adopted the dog that day.
Did they
Yeah.
name it Al?
Maybe.
That'd be
No, they named it
cool, I
Ziggy.
think.
Yeah, there you go.
Scott Bakula's wife is an actress. She played Tila in the
She looked like
1987
an actress. She
film
looked like she-
adaptation of Masters of the Universe.
Send a link.
She's been on a lot of TV shows.
Yeah.
She plays a
Yeah.
recurring character on her husband's TV show, NCIS New Orleans.
That works.
So-
Wait. There's an NCIS New Orleans?
Yep. And Scott
Cool.
Bakula's the star.
Do they film it in Los Angeles?
Probably.
Not only is there one, Philippe, it's been on for 6 years.
Holy
Yeah.
moly.
I don't watch the
How many NCIS shows are there? I mean, I kind of like, I don't know.
I never got into those.
There's 3. I
There's
think.
3,
still-
right?
Are there any
There's-
CSIs still, or did that end?
No, they
Uh,
don't do CSIs anymore.
They don't even do the regular one anymore?
No.
Is that even over? Okay.
Which one's the-
Uh,
I saw the redhead from that one time. Remember at the beach?
oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
hard to miss. I'm
The
good at
guy-
spotting redheads, I guess.
The guy who plays
you're like Scott
in Miami. The
Bakula's
one from CSI
wife,
Miami.
Marge Helgenberger. I spot them all.
Christina Hendricks.
Yeah.
No, yeah. She has a gun, and Ronald McDonald is coming down
Yeah.
range.
I'm on it.
He's on it.
I remember the redheads. Anyway.
Okay, are we done?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
done.
this is like a long goodbye, man.
Wrap it up.
Thank you very much for listening. Please go to iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts to rate, review, and subscribe. You can follow us on Instagram at Warped the Podcast, on Twitter at Warped Trek. You can follow me at Host Warped. You can follow Min to learn about Dungeons and Dragons and Call of Cthulhu podcasts and live streams at Wed Maynard. You can go to Instagram and search Lunar Flare for our merch. You can go to patreon.com/warped to become a subscriber and get access to bonus content and additional materials. Back to you.
Thank you,
Sean.
Matt. Well, unless anyone has anything they'd like to add, my name is Sean.
Oh, I watched Ocean's 8 the other night, and that was pretty good. It was actually pretty good. Like, it was a good, fun. It was a fun, romp kind of a movie.
I thought it was super
You look-
disappointing, but
What? Oh,
I
you
thought
didn't
was
like
very
it?
Was
disappointing.
that the original one with Frank Sinatra and those guys?
No, it's the
No,
one
it's-
with Sandra Bullock and all
The all
the
female
all-female.
version.
Okay.
It's like they get a Ghostbusters on it.
I thought it was good. Anyway, my name is Matt.
I'm Jake.
Leap.
Aaron.